Good evening, y'all. Welcome to Quatro Cinco News. I'm Bobbie H. Our top stories for the week. The HEX Staker class enjoyed a significant bump in daily payouts over the past week as a flurry of in-stake penalties rewarded those who remain honest to the contract. Friday in particular was significant as we saw a good accounting run on a slew of large overdue stakes from back before big payday. The penalties resulted in a payout of over 11.3 hex per T-share, the third largest single-day payout to date. Stakers were rewarded further Sunday as several impatient community members chose to end stakes early. One staker in particular chose to emergency end stake a 400-day-old stake with only 5 days remaining, forfeiting over 1.2 million hex, the equivalent of $112,000. Will be fascinating to see what this is worth in the years to come. I personally set several remind me of this alerts on Twitter. We'll be sure to keep y'all in the loop, like and subscribe to hear it first. Our next story. The Third Annual HEX Conference kicked off this weekend in Las Vegas with hexicans flying in from all over the world to attend. At first glance, there are people who have flown in from over 15 countries and 24 U.S. states. Maddie Allen was once again the master architect behind it all, helping lock down venues, badges, guest lists, and schedule. Many of the HEX personalities were in attendance, including the likes of K4K Crypto, Gerardo, the Crypto Sparbook Gang, and the ladies' favorite, Hodl Dog. Many of them will be up on stage for one of the panels, headlined by Richard Hart's keynote address tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. As with everything in the HEX community, the number of participants in this year's conference continues to go up and to the right as well. This conference is an amazing opportunity for the community to come together and put stories to faces and faces to names. For many, it's a chance to meet people they've spent hours listening to and learning from, but most importantly, it's a chance to create memories and lasting relationships. Not bad for a bunch of bots, I'd say. In a seemingly serendipitous return, the HEX.com car was back on the track Saturday, competing in the Xfinity 500 at Las Vegas National Speedway. Despite a close call in the last lap, Yaley finished the race pleased with the result, finishing the fastest of the non-chartered teams. The coincidental overlap with the HEX conference meant the hexicans were out in full force, carrying on the momentum they generated from the race in Daytona.
Are you in crypto right now? I'm actually not. Okay. But I'm about to get into it. And you know who I'm starting with.
Truly amazing work by the Crypto Sparbook team as they continue their stateside tour. Keep up the good work, lads. Another highlight for many was the national anthem, where the HEX.com team was proudly represented by over 30 members decked out head to toe in HEX merchandise. HEX was by far the largest and most supported team in attendance. In more serious news, we received word from the Council of HEX OG Johnny Chaos that a judge has granted permission to serve CEO of CoinMarketCap CZ Binance via Twitter this week. For those who might not know, back in September 2021, a civil lawsuit was initiated against CoinMarketCap and its parent company Binance for artificially suppressing the value of HEX and intentionally violating international antitrust laws by artificially inflating the value of other projects they own instead. After repeated attempts to contact the defendants were ignored, the judge has allowed the Binance CEO to be served via Twitter, as no clear sign of his living residence is on record. This marks the first time in U.S. legal history that a lawsuit has been served via Twitter and deemed legally binding. The Binance team must now defend their stance on these allegations. For more, we check in with Crypto BitLaw.
These defendants, Zhao, Lin, and He, are roped into this lawsuit. They have to defend it, all right? They have to defend themselves because the plaintiff, if they don't file an answer to the complaint, if they don't go through motion practice, the plaintiff will get default judgments against the defendant. And that's pretty much like a default win.
How do you think they're going to respond? Surely they're going to have to take action now that the things have gotten real.
My prediction is that now that it got real, I mean, let's be honest, CZ probably knew about this, right? I mean, it was tweeted at him. This made somewhat decent news throughout the circuits and the rags and social media. More likely than not, I know the guy's a billionaire. He probably knew, or this was on his radar, right? Now, I foresee that he's going to send his war dogs, his attorneys, into court to actually push back and fight against this lawsuit.
Yeah, going to be one to keep an eye on for sure. Thank you for your contribution. We'll speak soon. In a similar vein, Richard Hart put out this tweet late Friday mentioning that his lawyers have begun collecting the receipts for all the slanderous language against HEX. We've seen really poor performances from several formerly reputable names in the crypto space, and it appears time for Richard to clap back, as the kids say. Our final story. Richard put this tweet out Monday hinting at the possibility that he may be interested in creating his own Ethereum wallet someday. Though something he's already had on his roadmap, the relevance was expedited after MetaMask, HEX's main front-end wallet, was accused of several accounts of deliberate censorship. It's been a rough few weeks for MetaMask after they had been shown to seize several users' accounts purely on geolocation, despite claiming to be a decentralized wallet. It all became personal to Hart, though, late Tuesday when a PulseChain community member noted that MetaMask seemed to be blocking any users who attempted to access the testnet domain. For the record, should MetaMask go offline, as long as you have your seed phrase and private key, your funds are safe and recorded on the blockchain. MetaMask is simply a front end. Before we go, please help us pump more HEX content to the top of the algos by clicking the like and subscribe button. Drop us a comment, share your thoughts. We really appreciate all the support and ongoing relationships that we've created. With that, signing off till another day. Thank you for watching Quatro Cinco News. I'm Bobbie H. Stay safe and stake long. Good night.